If you don't give them that and you absolutely just ignore the text and don't respond and, hey friends, today we're going to talk about, does the narcissist miss me? How to make the narcissist miss you after discard. Now, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am a Certified Transformational Life Coach. I help women who are just like myself, and maybe you're stuck with a narcissist, or maybe you've just left a narcissistic relationship. I help you heal so that you can live an amazing, beautiful life. Now, today we're going to talk about, does the narcissist miss you, and what you can do to maybe make them miss you. Now, before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of disclaimer. Narcissists are emotionless. They do not feel the way that we do. They have no heart, no sense of love. They don't know what it is to lose somebody. And when they do, they just find somebody else to fill that void. So it doesn't matter who is filling their supply. As long as they're getting it, they're good. So can you technically make a narcissist miss you? Well, that remains unknown, to be honest, because the narcissist probably doesn't really miss anybody or anything in their life. They just find a new fill or a new supply to fill that void. But there are ways. Maybe you just would feel better if that person wanted you back. And of course, that would be in a normal relationship, right? If it was a healthy relationship, of course, yes. But my girlfriend always said what her mother always taught her, and I wish I had this growing up. Don't read a book a second time expecting a different ending. It's always going to end the same way. The story is already written, so why would you ever go back to an ex, especially a toxic one? Well, yeah, I understand why, because I did it several times. There is a chemical addiction in our bodies. We're actually addicted to the drama, to the ex, to what they were giving us. It was almost like they were a supply just as much as we were a supply to them. So in that aspect, I do get it. But once you heal and you start to love yourself again, you will never, ever, ever want that toxic person back in your life again. So that's where I'm at today, and I hope that I can help you guys get there as well. But in any regards, I have 8 ways that you can make a narcissist miss you after discard. So the first one is to just simply agree with the breakup. Now, this will throw the narcissist completely off their rocker, because if they're discarding you, they want some kind of reaction. Everything they do is a manipulation tactic to get you to react. And make sure you check out my other video here on the manipulation tactics that a narcissist plays. And I'll put it in the description below as well, and you can just click on the link. But to agree with them and not to throw a fuss, not to throw a fight, but simply agree and remain motionless and say, yeah, I agree with you. I think this relationship has come to an end. You're no longer serving me. I'm no longer serving you. I am happy to break up. So just leave it there and agree. And it's totally going to want them to want you back because they need that supply from you. Now, it might take a while. They might leave, have another supply, but they always try to find their way back in.
Don't let them back in.
All right, number 2, how to make a narcissist miss you after discard is to go completely no contact. Now, this is one of the hardest things that you could ever do to leave a narcissist, but it's also one of the most torturing things to a narcissist when you do it to them. Going no contact means that you no longer give them a supply. You no longer give them the emotions, the drama, the I'm attached to you, the ego boost, all of that stuff, you're no longer giving them. So if they send you a text and it's just making you fume, it's getting you really heated, they're doing it because they want you to react. They want you to respond. If you don't give them that and you absolutely just ignore the text and don't respond and don't go talk to a girlfriend about it who's going to get back eventually to his ear, and that's going to be another tip in this list, but don't make contact at all. Make sure he doesn't even know that you're even concerned. Like I said, make sure it looks like you accept the breakup. So no contact. Number 3 3, you want to ignore his flying monkeys. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's basically a friend, a family member, somebody who supports him, somebody who believes him that he's not doing anything wrong. He's nurtured them to be able to take his side. So no matter what you say or do, they're going to side with him. Now, the narcissist I was with had a million flying monkeys. And although people like his sister, I love, and she's a really great person, she falls victim to him just as I did. She still supports him, stands by him. He can do no wrong. She's the big sister, he's the baby. So she's still a flying monkey. I know I have to keep my distance at times. And there's his best friends, and a lot of them might reach out to you to see how you're doing. Can we get you back together? Can we reel you back in? They are going to essentially help him get that supply back to him. Those are the flying monkeys. Ignore them. There also might be a new supply. So if there's a new girlfriend in the picture, she is now a flying monkey. Don't contact her. Don't try to tell her, hey, this is how he is. This is how it's going to end. I know about his previous wives. So of course, me being the third, I was a third wife to him. They all could have reached out to me and said, this is how he is. I wouldn't have believed them at the time because I was in that love bombing phase. And for you to do the same thing to his new supply, it just doesn't make sense. She's in that fog. She's in that brain fog that you were in at the beginning of your relationship. And it's going to get back to him. And that's an ego boost because he's like, oh, these two women are fighting about me. So there's no reason to do that after a breakup. It just doesn't make sense. All right. Does the narc really miss you? And another way you can kind of torture him is to not be upset at all. Just like I said, remain emotionless. Don't post something on social media saying, oh, I had a breakup, or even those little memes, like if somebody loves you, then they would do this, that. Don't put that on social media because even if he's not on social media, like mine wasn't, his flying monkeys were. And best believe they were reporting to him what I'm posting on social media. So don't post anything like sad, like you're mourning, like you're upset. Just show no emotions at all. All right, number 5 is to be happy. And I don't mean to just false be happy. Actually be happy. Like you dodged a bullet getting rid of this person. Those are the things that you should post on social media. Like, oh my gosh, I'm with my best friend. And that's probably someone who he totally didn't want you to be around in the first place. Oh, we're having a great time. And I'm not saying like go out party, have a drinks and look, you're trashy trying to get yourself back together after a breakup, because then that's showing him emotion and then he feels like he won. But just show yourself genuinely happy. Or for me, like I just stopped posting on social media completely for a while, probably like 6 months, just so he just had no inkling. And that's part of no contact. If they hear nothing, see nothing, know nothing about you, they're going to start to wonder what's going on with you, and they're going to try to reach out and figure out, oh gosh, does she have a new somebody in her life? And that's torture to them as well. So just genuinely be happy. And maybe you have to fake the funk in the beginning to be happy because you are mourning a breakup. Yeah, that is true, but it was with a narcissist. So believe me, healing gets better over time. All right, number 6, I want you to start focusing on your self-care. Get back into things that you used to love to do. Maybe there's hobbies or things that you were passionate about that you stopped doing when the narcissist was in your life. You know, a lot of times when we have a new significant other, we kind of drop our friends by the wayside and all of our energy and emotion goes to that new relationship. So find those things again. Find those friends again. Find those hobbies. I loved to paint growing up, and to be able to do something from my childhood that I used to love to do brings me joy. It brings me happiness. So find those hobbies and those things that you love to do. Number 7, you want to work on you. You want to improve yourself and your life. You just want to make it better. So for me, I also loved to work out when I was younger, and a lot of that fell by the wayside because then I had children. It was really hard for me. But now I've kind of figured it out. I've gotten into the right groove. I have a women's gym that I go to. They offer childcare. So I still have that balance of being able to take care of my children and work out. That is my self-care. That is a way to improve on me. And with a narcissist, they are constantly degrading your mental health, and they are really taking a toll on your overall mental mental well-being. So to be able to work out, to eat healthier, to do things that are great for your overall mental health, those are the things that you need to get back after a narcissist, because they've completely destroyed you. That is what they do. It's all mind games, manipulation. So you need to bring that back into your life somehow. And by doing that, you're essentially not paying attention to the narcissist anymore. You're taking care of yourself. You're not contacting him because you know that's going to take a mental toll on your overall well-being. In hindsight, that's going to make them miss you because you're not making that contact. My last tip, number 8, is to create a new life for yourself. Now, I'll tell you what, to be honest, I wasn't very woo-woo into the spiritual thing. I wasn't even into meditation for a very long time. And I think that's because my mental health was so degraded from the narcissist after 15 years of being in a relationship with him. I just didn't see any of that stuff possible. Like there was no way in my mind you could convince me that I would be living this amazing life that I am today after being degraded, insulted, controlled, abused for that long of a period. But the truth is, you can get there, and you can get there very quickly. I did it within a year. I've only left him for a year ago, and I felt really good within months. And that's because I started to love myself again. I did positive affirmations. I stuck with meditation. I started to take care of myself. Meditating is a time that you can actually be with yourself. I never had alone time. It was either with the kids or with the narcissist that was just totally towering over me 24/7. So meditation, when you actually get to be by yourself and listen to yourself and hear what you have to say and what you love and become you, that is really when you start taking care of yourself and believing that you are worthy of so much more. I never, ever, you could not have told me, I promise you might be feeling this way. You might be feeling like there's no way. I am so depressed. I was suicidal at different points in that relationship. I know I felt that way. Now it's amazing. I would never feel that way with him again. I am totally over him. I actually give gratitude for him in my life, because if I didn't have that problem, I would not be where I am today. So, all right, guys, I hope this video helped you. And again, you really don't want the narcissist to miss you because you don't want him back in your life. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell, give this video a like if you found it helpful. Let us know in the comments below what we can do to help you support you in leaving the narcissist. What do you need? We have a women's support group. You can email me that at any time to see what dates we have available for our free women's support group. I also have a free download, How to Thrive After Narcissistic Abuse. So you can click on the link in the description, make sure you get a copy of that, and I give you my whole roadmap for thriving after abuse, the techniques, the methods that I actually use to get me to where I am today. So, all right, guys, love you so much. Stay strong. You're beautiful. You're blessed, and have a wonderful, amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye.